Hello, it's Dana. I wanted to share a purchase that I made online after watching a video from Pink Crafty World, who had ordered some dies off of In Love Art Shop. First of all, she made the most adorable little card with these women, and she gave them all different little dresses and hair color and skin tone, and it was so cute. You should see the card she made. If you haven't seen her video, please go check it out. So, of course, I bought that die because I thought that was adorable, and she made the most precious cards. The next die I bought I thought was a doily die. This is huge, by the way. Hi, Grandma Joe. This is, I want to say, 8. Yeah, I think I measured it already. Let me see. This is more than 10 inches across. So I think it was not quite 11 when I measured it. And then I've got this little sticky thing down over here. Let me try and eyeball it. And it's a little over 8 wide. So this, I was really surprised with the size. Everything, hi, Sue. Everything, when I looked on the website, everything looked, I thought these were smaller. I knew they were nesting doilies, but I thought they were smaller. I'm actually quite pleased that they're this big. But I don't know that I would get a whole lot of use out of this great big one, but I really feel like they're really pretty. I can't wait to cut them out. I will probably show another video. I was just so excited that they came in the mail finally. That Grandma Joe, go on. It's in their clearance section. It's on sale right now for, I think, $8. Hi, Maria. I was just telling that I found In Love Art Shop through your video, and then I used your link to buy a couple of dies. And so I was referring everyone to your channel. If you don't know Maria, she's at Pink Crafty World. Please go check out the card she made. These adorable cards with these ladies. She gave them all different hair color and skin tone, different dresses, and they all look different, and they're so cute. She made the most adorable cards. And then this I found in the clearance section. It was only $8 for these doily dies. And this is not quite 11 inches by around 8.5, the big one. So this is huge. So just to give you some perspective, this is an 8.5 by 11 magazine. So you can see it's not quite 8.5 inches wide. And then it's slightly over 11 inches long. So I'm very pleased, actually. You love it. That's what Grandma Joe said. Grandma Joe said, I want that die. She said, I want that die. So I wanted to go and get these girls. I thought they were fantastic. And I had some fun ideas of what I could do with them. And then I bought these. So those were the only two things I bought. The shipping was pretty quick. I didn't have any problems with the site. It's really easy to navigate. So if you get a chance, Maria's got a link on her channel. If you go to Pink Crafty World, she actually offers a discount code. So she's got a link that you can, or a code in her description box that you can put in. And I believe it's 15% off. So check that out. Okay. So I've been tearing up books, but I have to share this book that I found with you guys. I am so excited about this. Let me set this aside. Okay. This is 265 vintage botanical illustrations. Every single one is copyright free. So what that means is I can print out as many of these as I want. I can use them to sell anything. I can put them on anything I want. And no one has any claim to these images. So that's fantastic. I have been looking at the Library of Congress images lately, and a lot of these are available there. But I went ahead and bought this because not only are they collected here, but they have a link provided inside the cover they give you a code and instructions on how to go to their website, how to download the digital images to your computer. And there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. But I'm going to do a flip through of this book so you guys can see these beautiful images. Okay. Just when you go to make your junk journals, fantastic artwork. I hate the fact that if you use an image, then you don't get to use the image on the back because they're so beautiful. So I feel like if I cut a page out and fold it in half, that it will just be that page. I probably won't put anything else on it because some of these photographs are absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. So there's fruits, there's vegetables, there's everything you can imagine. There's all sorts of butterflies and bugs and just there's a bird. I love this book. I love some of these images. I don't think there's one I've seen that I don't think is just gorgeous. You see the snake, the Christmas poinsettia or poinsettia, however you say that. I love the geraniums. All of the images really are fantastic. And the bearded irises, there's orchids. There's so many beautiful pictures. I'm going to go ahead and just flip real quick through the back. There's all different colors, as you can see, pinks, reds, browns, yellow. Some look aged. These are more aged than others. The roses are gorgeous. They've got all sorts of tropical plants, palm trees. They've even got house plants. Look at the mushrooms. I love all the images of the mushrooms. I just love this. Oh, you know what, Grandma Joe? I hadn't thought of that, but you know what? I bet it won't fit through my machine either. I've got the big shot, and I think my cutting pads are only 6 inches wide. So I bet that big die will not fit in my machine. But Sue has got a Gemini. I bet it will fit in hers. And Sue, I already closed up your box. I'm going to have to rip open your box and retape it. I'm going to have to send you that big one, Sue, because I'm not going to be able to fit it through mine either. I never thought of that, Grandma Joe. And I didn't even look at the measurements. Maybe that's why it was on clearance. Maybe it's too big for a lot of machines. Anyway, if you want this, it's on Amazon. It costs around 15 bucks. I think I paid for this. It was free shipping, but I found it on another website that it was cheaper, but it was like $4 or $5 shipping. So it was kind of the same difference, I think, on either book site. But if you Google 265 vintage botanical illustrations, and it includes this free download. Now, let me tell you, I have an external memory on my computer, on our main computer in the house, so that we don't get everything clogged up with pictures and things. And these come in zip files, and they're huge. And when you open some of these zip files, you can literally just scroll and scroll and scroll at all the different, they're all different numbers on the file names. But I just kind of randomly went through and clicked to look at the different images. And there's tons and tons and tons of digital images in those files. And I think they broke them down to about 12 zip files. So that tells you that's a lot. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, Maria. I wonder what that would cost to have this copied. Then they would be white on the back. So I wanted to tell you, I found this magazine, Veranda. This was in the trash at my work. But this has some of the most beautiful home photos and wall treatments and wallpapers and fabrics and photographs and furniture and the wainscoting in some of these houses is look at this. Just this page. If I gessoed some of this writing here and here, can you imagine just using this page in your junk journal? What's on the back? Yeah. See, I could just gesso here and there and completely pull some of these pages out and use them almost whole. But look at all these little travel photos of Paris. I thought, wow. And you know, these pages are really, really thick. I'm really surprised at the quality of the, look at this. Ugh. And that's outside Louis the 15th's private garden at Trianon Castles in Paris. Or, well, it's in France. I'm sorry, I don't think it's in Paris. But just gorgeous. Look at these angels. Wouldn't those be fun for Valentine's Day? To fussy cut those. And look at this. Look at this living room. Isn't that crazy? Look at the wainscoting and the chandelier. Oh, it is gorgeous. Look at this rug. Oh my gosh. And those curtains. The curtains are just heavy draperies with those giant tassels. Reminds me of Gone with the Wind. All the money in this book. And look at this little vintage image. Wouldn't that be sweet to cut out? I'm definitely cutting that out. Look at that. So I thought this would be fun to steal a few photographs out of and reuse for ephemera. So I'm going to be cutting this up. It doesn't even look, oh, look at that. Oh, those lily pads. I don't know if that's glass or silver or what that is. Look at these little bird pictures. Wouldn't those make adorable stamps? Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that bust. That's cool. I should have put that in my apothecary journal. Actually, he was afterwards. He was 18th century. So he wouldn't have been born yet. So just cool, a cool magazine. Okay, I showed this before. I'm getting ready to tear this up. This was something I found at the dollar store. It's called Enameling on Metal. But I have to show you a couple photographs that I found in here are absolutely gorgeous. And when they talk about color, look at some of these images. They talk about art and art history a little bit and how this got started, this technique of enameling on metal and how it was originally developed. But there's so many beautiful photographs of vases and painting and original artwork in the book. I'm sure most of these are probably copyrighted, but since I bought the book technically, it's my book. I can tear it up and do whatever with it, right? But it talks about the different enamels. It talks about millefiori. If you're not familiar with that, millefiori is the Italian word for 1,000 flowers. But I love this. Look at all the paints and pigments. I love that picture. So I'm just going to flip through here. There is a picture of someone's studio in here. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? But they talk about how each step is done and on different materials, how they make jewelry, how they make clisson. Clayzone, is it clayson? Clayzone. But there's a picture of someone's studio in here, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's the most gorgeous studio I've ever. Oh, look at this. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I lost it. Look at that. That's so nice and neat. Look at their craft room. It's got this cool little kiln. Can you imagine? Aw. Well, darn it. I can't find it now. I should have bookmarked it. Anyway, so then I had went by an estate sale store that we have here, and they had a box of junk that he's been saving, just like paper stuff for me. that he doesn't know if it's valuable or not. He said, I'll fill you up a trash can and then I can just buy it by the pound. Well, so stuff he would normally throw away, he's saving. So I took a few things out of the box. I thought these were cool. These are the old-fashioned travel tickets that you put on your luggage and you put your ID and stuff inside them. But on the outside, it has so many different languages. And what this says is, here is my itinerary. Oops, let me hold it up. It says, here is my itinerary. Please remove and examine if my luggage is misplaced. So wherever they're going and the day they're going and what time their arrival information is inside, so that hopefully their luggage can find their way back to them. And so it's got a little note about travel, but it's got in 8 different languages. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I thought that might make a neat pocket in a journal, that somehow if I could attach it with maybe a ribbon or something in a page, then you could put some sort of, journaling card, or even a couple journaling cards. And these are really pretty heavy duty plastic. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then there's some of these vintage. Oh, and they came with these little bands, like those little belt bands that you hook them on with. And they don't make stuff like this anymore. Let me tell you what, these are really heavy duty little bands. And I think they're real leather. So, and they actually have a belt buckle on them. If you can see, let me shake that out. Well, they have can you see that? They have a rivet and a metal belt buckle on them. So interesting. Okay, so then I found this. I found a little stack of Hit Parader magazines, and I thought this was interesting because I started flipping through, just looking, right? Just curious, 15 cents. This is the best songs. It's got Frank Sinatra on the front. Here you can join a fan club and get a free picture of your favorite singer. So here's, of course, Elvis Presley and some of your popular people back then. You get an 8x10, right? 12 action shots, 20 wallets, their life story, and a lifetime membership card, all for $1. So, and then there's the words to the songs. This is interesting. Let me show you how to play piano. Now, here's how to develop your chest. Here's how to get your high school diploma. Here's how to lose weight. A spot reducer for flabby tissue. That's $2.98 right there. I love these old advertisements. Here you can buy an RCA record player for $29.95. Here's Nat King Cole and the Everly Brothers, and a little article about both. But check back here. It says, play guitar in 7 days. And here's $1 million cash in Confederate money, yours for only $2.98. And here's a home business. This is interesting. You buy a $1 box of Christmas cards and you show them to people and they can order. There's several different types. There's 21 cards in the box and you get to keep 50 cents of every box. So you pay, you pay for however much for the cards, and then you sell them for $1. So I guess they'll sell them to you for 50 cents and you sell them to somebody else for $1. So, and then here's a diet aid that helps reduce your appetite, and it has this little girl standing on a scales, right? And you get a free trial. 15-day supply is only $3. Interesting, isn't it? Here's how to play the accordion. You want to learn to play the accordion or the guitar or the piano? There you go. All right. So this one was really good. Here's Frankie Avalon when he's really young. Look how young he is. Okay, so this is November of 1958, right? And so in the front cover, I see this guy and I think he looks kind of familiar. Tony Perkins. It says, Tony makes any party with his new hit album. Now look closely at who this is. This is Anthony Perkins, the actor who played in the movie Psycho as Norman Bates. Do you remember that? Stabbing in the shower kind of scene. Very scary when I was a kid. But apparently, he started out, who knew, as a musician, right? So he had this album called From My Heart, and this is the advertisement. His new hit single is A Dream Too, it says, but Tony makes any party with his new hit album. Yeah. And a great big knife. That's in the movie. But look how young he is. Isn't that interesting? I never knew he made an album. Isn't that crazy? Oh, my camera's out of focus. My camera's out of focus. Is it still? It looks focused to me, but I can't tell. Now it's okay. Okay. So this was Song Hits magazine, and again, there's lots of different little things, but I love some of these advertisements. Be a commercial artist for 17 cents a day. You could make 17 cents a day. And here's how you win friends and popularity with little tricks of everyday talk. And you can order a book to be popular, to learn to be popular, right? And learn photo coloring at home. I love this advertisement. Look at this. Now, I know you guys have seen where people take the black and whites and color them in with watercolors. Isn't that cool? So you learn how to do that at home, right? And then here's charms. Now, they still sell some of these charms to this day. But if you buy the charm bracelet, you can pick a free charm. And those were the charms. And you paid $1, and it was 14 karat gold plated, it said. And then here's the words to Chantilly lace. That was popular back then. Okay, so here you can be a nurse. You can be a nurse in a few short months. Okay, and so all you have to do is fill this out, and they'll send you information. And here's another: help yourself to an extra $6, $60, or $160 for Christmas time. Again, selling Christmas cards, and this is let's see, what month is this? What did I say? November. So there's Perry Como. Look how young, Ella Fitzgerald. Look how young these people. But I tell you what, these advertisements are crazy. Okay, look at this one. This one says, if you were a blonde baby, the gold is still there. It says, try this special shampoo to bring out the radiant shine and lightness you've hidden by years of neglect. Were you once a gorgeous blonde? Did you neglect your hair by letting it slip shade by shade into a dull and dark color? Now at last you can bring back the sparkling beauty of blonde hair with Blonde X, the new 11-minute home lotion shampoo made fresh as you need it. Blonde X whips into a rich, billowy lather and rinses away the dingy film that makes blonde hair and old-looking hair and reveals lustrous highlights that men love. That was a soap cap they sold you. You guys know what a soap cap is? Did you ever get it? Did you ever dye your hair too dark and you'd mix some bleach with some shampoo, mix your developer in with your shampoo, and you go in the shower and just shampoo it in and leave it a few minutes and then rinse it, and it takes you up a shade. It's very, very damaging. Don't do it. Don't do it to your hair. It's very damaging. But I have a feeling that was a soap cap for, 10 cents at the drugstore. You could buy it. And then here is recording your voice at home. I love that. You can make your own records. Oh, look at this. Gain up to 50 pounds of mighty muscle. We'll show you how. They have the craziest ads in these. Okay, so look at the back. On the very back page of this it says this page is worth $10, and it has Columbia bucks. And even back then, you could use these, take them to the record store and use them to buy albums. So these were like coupons, and you could buy high fidelity records by Columbia. So that's, it probably would. So This was called Song Hits. I got some old hit paraders. I won't flip through every single one, but some of them are really fun. Like there's Dean Martin. Um, so these are all 1940s and 1950s. They have some really cool ads in some of these. And then I also found, let's see if I can find it. Paul Anka. Look at Paul Anka. Wasn't he cute? And here is the Dick Clark story. So this was 25 cents. And this one was from, this hit parader was from March of 1959. Look, they've got a Tampax ad in here, and it says it's great to be young and gay and to dance and have fun and to be your best every day of the month. Forget about problem days because you choose Tampax. So, And look at the fashion art for commercial art where they're drawing these people and advertising, friendship photos, clothes for the tall woman, stamps to collect. Send for Florida Fashions. So this was a Florida Fashions clothing catalog. And then there's a little note that somebody wrote in here that said, I forgot to remember to forget. So that's interesting. Here again, Elvis. Elvis is in a lot of these. Stop wishing for long-looking hair. Oh, here you can buy, okay, this is great. The Night of Love bridal set. You can buy one ring for $2.49, or you can get the set for $3.98, all taxes included. So this is Fifth Avenue Jewelry Company in New York. Yeah, and you need a bank reference. Yeah, you need a bank reference. Here's Dance with Dick Clark. Look how young he is. So these were fun to flip through. I looked them up like on Etsy. They're worth about $1 each. So I'm just going to tear them up and use them in junk journals. And then I don't know if I showed this or not. I had found a copy of this Saturday Evening Post. There's a little piece of paper on there. Collection of Norman Rockwell paintings. And I thought this would be fun to use. There's a lot of his artwork in here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to give this to Thad's sister. She is a huge Norman Rockwell fan. And it's got a lot of his covers, his Saturday Evening Post covers throughout the year, throughout the years. And so I will probably end up, I love that. I will probably end up giving this book to her. Plus, you almost don't want to tear it up because it's got the photographs again on the back. So I might go make some copies of my favorite covers and use them for my own journals. But of course, these are all copyrighted images. So I love this. This is one of my favorite covers of all time. And you know what? Look what it says at the bottom. Now, if you look, Norman Rockwell put himself in this picture, along with Mother Teresa and other people of the time. I think that's Nelson Mandela. I'm not sure. Gandhi, the Dalai Lama. So, and what he wrote here is, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Isn't that a beautiful painting? I love that painting. Look at this little boy, isn't he cute? So that was a good find. That was a really good find. And is it weird that they spell Mary with an E on a lot of these older ones? I-E, M-E-R-R-I-E. See that? And this too, M-E-R-R-I-E. Merry Christmas. M-E-R-R-I-E again. So, interesting. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. So, the find of the day is this. If you get a chance, check that out. That's all I have right this minute. I think I am going to throw a journal together. This is the cover and this is the back. I have this box of bingo cards, which most of them have been used. They've almost all been used up. And so I think what I'm going to do is just trim this down a hair so that the cover matches the back. And I think I'm going to make this into the front of a journal. So I don't know which way I want to put it on though. Probably like that. I don't know. I'm left-handed, so I see everything backwards. But I don't know. I guess I could put some embellishment up here, but I kind of like this. Like this. But I don't know. I don't know. And then put an embellishment down low. Not sure. But I thought I would throw a little something together. I have some papers I haven't been using that they're not the best. They're not my favorite papers. So I thought I would just throw together a hodgepodge of papers that I've had sitting around and bind them up with this. And who knows? Maybe it'll come out real cute. Maybe it won't. You never know, do you? Everybody's so quiet. What's everybody doing? Anything interesting? Look, Sue's card fell. That's the card she made me at Christmas. Did you all see that? It's gorgeous, gorgeous. It was sitting over here on my thing. It fell off as I bumped everything. So Sue, I'll probably give you the larger die because that'll fit in your die cutter, won't it? That big one. You still here? Thank you. I was wondering if something happened. I thought, wait a minute. Did I go off? I don't always have the heart to tear all these books up, but I tell you what, I really like the inside of this. And I don't normally make journals this big. I just don't. But I'm kind of interested in this paper. I really like this paper. And I really like a lot of these pictures in here. I think these will make great, especially look at all the colors. I think these are going to make, a lot of these are going to make, oh, look how cool. I think a lot of these are going to make great pages for junk journals. So I'm really interested in a lot of them. Aren't they pretty? I just get so distracted. You're back. Grandma Joe's back in the house. Welcome back, Grandma Joe. Let me see what's over here. Oh, that's neat. So it tells a little difference about all the metals and stuff. That's interesting. the different types of wire, the different types of tubing, the pre-enameled pieces, like, you know, the dishes and the pots and the pans. Those are pre-enameled pieces of, and those are done industrially, right? Tells how to clean all the metals and the special materials used. Aren't these pictures pretty? I just love these pictures. I can't wait to get ripping on this thing, you know it? There's a lot of pages in here I want to use. I doubt I can salvage this cover, although it's a nice book board. I kind of feel like I'm never going to use that big. Do you guys ever make journals that big? I do not. I'm going to cut that again. Let's see if I can get that off in one piece. I think I can, actually. Yeah. There we go. Isn't that pretty on the inside, though? Anybody make journals that big? That would make a gorgeous journal. You know what? I'm almost tempted to cut this center part out and make that the outside of the journal. Wouldn't that be pretty on the outside, like this? Oh, yeah, I might have to make me a big journal. Yep, I bet that's something that I should think about. Isn't that pretty? Let's trim this off. Here, let's see if I can just trim this spine off. I'm just going to take this spine off, because you can always put a new spine on. Uh-oh, I'm going to tear my paper. Darn it. I thought I had scored it all the way through, and I didn't. I probably need to replace this blade now. Let me see if I can be ginger with this side. Yeah. I should have cut it from the inside. That side came off real clean, and this side did not come off clean at all, did it? But that would all be covered up with binding tape anyway in the end. So wouldn't that be pretty? I think I might have to. Or you know what? I bet I could cut those in half. Yes, I sure could. That's what I'll do. Because I could cut those in half and use that as a couple of book plates, couldn't I? I never thought of that. That's pretty too. That kind of goes along with that. I should keep those together, huh? So that they don't get lost. So I'm gonna pull this off. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's called Surrealist Gaze. That was made in 1986 by someone, I can't pronounce her name. But isn't that neat? Look at this Birdman looking thing. That's from Spain. I love these little houses. I do think the metal art is cool. I imagine it looks clearly more difficult than just oh, look at the little looks like a little stammen where they put a little dot. They make a curly cue on the end of a wire and put a little dot on, and it looks like hair. Can you see that? Or it looks like hair. Isn't that weird? Hi, Kim. How are you? So, I got a lot. Oh, I have another book to go through too. Did I show you the roses? I don't know if I showed you guys that or not. I found this. This is an organic guide to growing frost and disease resistant variety of roses. I have never had any luck with any roses. So, let me keep this all together. I'll put that there. But there's some really nice pictures in this. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that is gorgeous. And look at these little, what do they call these little, that's wine and roses, those little bushes in front. Those things get huge. And they are awful because they only bloom once in the spring, very briefly. And then that's it. No more blooms. So here's all the pictures and the types. And I think this will be fun to use when you fold the pages in half. So I think this will be perfect because on the back, you can cover it up. Oops, wrong end. You can cover it up. Did I not get that through? So when you put it in your junk journal, you could see, so these are nice thick pages too. So when it's in your journal and your page is folded in half, that's what'll show is that whole half of the page. Or you could just chop it in half and use that on like your background or whatever, or you could just cut the picture out. So I like all the above. I would use it actually as an entire page. And then I would cover up these sides. So these probably need to be hit with some gesso. I wish I had time to do that. I wish I had time to go through and score and prep all my pages and then slap some gesso on them and just set them to dry and just sit and crank pages and pages and pages out. Wouldn't that be nice? As opposed to having to flip through every time, flip through a variety of books and find pages to use. Wouldn't it be nice? Now, I am in growing zone 5. I'm right on the border here of 5 and 6. I'm what they call 5B. But, yeah. They even have roses that grow in Canada. I didn't know that. I didn't know they would grow in such cold weather. So, they have climbing roses and bush roses and all these gorgeous. I have never had the time. Look, these are semi-vigorous shrubs up to 6 foot. I might have to read this book as opposed to tearing it up. I might have to plant a rose bush. Here's tall shrubs. Again, growing up to 6 foot. Oh, look at these. William Baffin is ideal for a tall hedge, it says. And then, of course, there's climbers. And then this. There's propagation, how to propagate roses. Insects and diseases. So this isn't very interesting here. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. These are, I can't even say it. Cogni, I don't know. I don't know. I can't even pronounce it. Anyway, so I have all these books that I need to tear up and get situated and put some journals together. I'm just not feeling it today. Oh, good luck. I was going to try to get by Tuesday morning today, but I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm going to look for, Maria never found that punch. So if you get punches in, which one was it? You're looking for the ticket punch, aren't you, Maria? The heavy duty ticket punch. I know it was $4.99. All right, well, have a good shopping trip. I think I'm going to go ahead and rip up some other junk, some mail junk that I've been saving, things that are not my favorite papers. And I'm going to make a quick journal. I don't know that I'm going to do that tonight. I say quick journal. Have you guys ever known me to do anything quick? But I took that bingo box and cut the lid off, and the bottom of the box I'm going to use for the back of the journal, and the top of the box for the front. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I think I can make it cute. But I want to get rid of some of these papers that are kind of piling up here. All right. If I don't fall asleep, I will. You know, I got about 3 hours of sleep earlier after work. And so it's 6 o'clock here. So I'm amazed that I'm still even awake. I'm going to have one more cup of coffee. And if I can get the papers together for this, then I'll go back on for the binding and to do some decorating on it, because I think that's always fun to not only for you guys to be, with me and because you give me good ideas, but also I think it's fun to watch people decorate journals. So I try when I'm decorating mine, I try to go on. Share the fun, right? I gotta trim that bottom. That is just a hair larger than the other. See that? See that little line on there? Just a teeny, teeny, tiny bit. I probably need to put a new blade in this. I hope it doesn't tear the cover. You know, sometimes when you're trying to cut too close to the edge, it'll grab it and just tear it. So it did not. I can't believe it. Let me take that little tiny bit off. Look. Let me see if it'll let me do the same to the top. I'm just shaving it, basically. Ooh, look at that. My goodness, look how thin. And it did. So I guess my blade, and the line's still there, darn it. So that may not be, I like it to be exact. I'm so picky on that. Don't you want the cover to be just perfectly matched to the back? That bothers me if my journal gets off. I don't know why. Let me do it this way. I guess no one would even notice, really. No one but me. Well, that looks like it's on the line. I guess it is. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And look, the piece that it cut off is so small, it's caught down in the, where's my little wire? It's caught down in the paper cutter. The little tray. See the little place where the paper fuzzies stick in that little groove for the blade to go down in there. There's more paper in there than I thought. More than I could see. All right. All right, ladies. Well, I may be back on later. I think I'm going to work on breaking down some of these books. I wanted to show you that book in case you wanted to purchase it. I'm really thrilled with the free digital downloads. I'm also thrilled that they are copyright-free images. And I'm also thrilled that I may never need to search for another botanical print in my life. As long as I can get a printer or find some place to print these out cheaply, then I may not have to go in search of any more botanical books to tear up. So that makes me happy. That being said, I'm going to make a junk journal soon. That's going to be my R&R tonight or tomorrow, as the case may be. I worked this morning until, I don't know, I clocked out a little bit after 6 and came home. And I didn't go to bed right away. And so I think Thursday's pretty much over for me. Thursday was a bust. Not getting much done. But I'm off tomorrow too. So I am hoping to get my nails done. Because they kind of are growing out. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get a coat of gel polish. Don't look at my hands. My hands look so bad. They are so broke out. I used the soap at work and I'm allergic to it and I forgot. I can get away with it. You know, I'll forget once or twice a night if I'm in a hurry. But now they put that soap in the nurse's station and in the ladies' room. And I'm just like, pfft. So I got in a hurry, force a habit to just put my hand on that soap dispenser. And yeah, after a few times of washing my hands start to burn and they break out. And so they look really gross right now. Anymore, and they just started cracking open. I get little areas where my skin will crack open. And it's terrible and painful. So it reminds me not to use the soap anyway. But thank God I caught it. Excuse me. I'm moving all my crap around here. So have a good night. I may see you on. Sue, show us your haul when you get done. I want to see. what you bought. You want to see what I got from Allie? I forgot about this. I got some bead caps in, and I didn't show them, but I will pop them out real quick. I love Allie. Oh, Lord, I love me some AliExpress. So Here is, let me put some in my hand. There's a few different varieties. I got 100, I want to say 100 for, I think this was 87 cents on sale. I don't think people like this antique gold as much as I do. It must just must not be as popular. Hold that. Aren't they pretty? There's all different kinds. I'll turn them over. Let me turn these over. They have like a little pattern on the back, some of them. Let me turn some of them over so you can see there. Can you see especially these? I like these. Have that little, see those? They have that little pattern on the back. Focus, camera, focus. I love those too. They look like little hearts. Can you see these? They look like on the end here. Let me move that. Looks like little hearts on the, isn't that cool? Look how dry my skin is. I need some lotion. You have these? I love them. I love them, love them. And 100, that's a pretty good amount. That should last me through more than a few projects. So I'm happy about that. And then, oh, I forgot I got one more thing. I almost don't want to show you in case my kids are watching, but I'm going to be quick. I got these to make charms on their journals. Aren't they super cool? Look at them. That's the back, and that's the front. Aren't they cool? I'm so excited. Yeah, I know, Sue, I know. You and Lisa, I don't know, Lisa just mashes all that stuff together, don't she? And it just looks fantastic. And then I get all, my eye twitches or something when I do it. I'm just like, I can't do it. Yeah, she can do it all the live long day. And it looks gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. In fact, I was just showing somebody this charm. And I have it handy. Let me grab it. I'm going to grab it up. Look, still gorgeous. And all mixed in. Just everything. Everything is all mixed together. And still gorgeous. She's got silver. She's got some antique gold. This is treat. This little spider. A bat. The skeleton ribs. Just gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm obsessed with this thing. Obsessed. Okay. So have a good shopping trip. There you go. Make it a charm. Make it a charm. All right. Well, thanks for coming by, Maria, Grandma Joe, Sue, Kim, all of you. Have a good evening. I may be back after I mash these papers together for some journal decorating. Don't hold your breath because I'm tired, sleepy, tired. And so depending on how my coffee does or does not affect me, I may be going to bed. At the minute I get a little sleepy, I'm going to just, that's it. I'll be down for the count. Of course, then I'll probably be up at midnight and on alive. I'm always on at those odd hours, and that is why. right there. I try. I really try to stay up. I just can't. I can't do it. So maybe I'll see you guys on later. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you when I see you. And can't wait to see what you guys got. I want to see your haul, Sue. So, and I want to see that sari silk. So you got to do a video. All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. I love you all. And have a good night.